Hello friends, it's Sherry. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. Thank you also for subscribing, liking, and commenting. I really appreciate it, guys. So I'm here working on a glue book today, and actually I'm going to do two because I have two books like this. They're different, but they're like in the same series and they're the same size. So I started on this one because I love this blue aqua kind of color back here. Just kind of like grabbed me, and it's a good size for a glue book. I guess you can make a glue book any size you want, really. Technically, you could have a little teeny tiny one, right? But this is like the typical, maybe larger book. Like I've watched Diane and who else have I watched? Melanie Sullivan make glue books, and they usually make them out of, bigger books. And I have made them before, but not for a couple years. So I thought, well, why not? I'm actually going through a stack of books that I took out of my bookshelf that kind of reorganizing. So I thought either I got to sell these books or make something out of them, right? That's what I bought them for, and that's why they're on my shelf. So I'm going through them and doing things with them before I just stick them in my shelf and my shop and sell the book. I'm actually going through them and saying, hey, yeah, I would like to make a glue book out of this. This is one of them. So it is, just to tell you, this size, in case you want to make a glue book. It, like I said, it can be any size. Before I used, what did I use? Some little like children's encyclopedia books. They're kind of similar to this size, but not exactly the same size as this. This is actually 7 1/4 inches wide and 9.5 inches tall, or lengthwise. So I've already made the cover. So I'm going to do a second one, which I've already taken the book apart, but I haven't done the cover. And I've done covers before, so I figured y'all didn't really didn't need to see that. But if you do, you can look through my videos. Just put in turquoise dreaming-sheree and working on a cover. You might find one that way. If you can't find one, just let me know and I'll do the second one. Let me know right away in the comments, and the second one I'll do on video when I put the cover together. But this one. Super cute. The colors, I love this fabric. I auditioned several fabrics, and this one looked the best out of the ones I was looking at with the colors. And this really cute cover. You can see here's the front, here's the back. I used the rickrack where the fabric met the cover. This is a vintage book, and I can tell you it was from the early 70s, I believe. I might be able to grab the copyright page here in a second, but I'm working on the pages, so I thought I'd finish up working on the pages with you. So here's the inside. This was just plain white, so that's why I put this paper here. I thought it looked really beautiful with the whole look of the book. It looked like it almost looks like it was probably originally there, but it wasn't. It's scrapbook paper, it's cardstock. So nice, coordinating a scrapbook paper there. And, same fabric in rickrack on the inside. And I left this because, well, it's so perfect as far as there's no writing or anything there, even though it's an older book, early 70s. It could have been all written on, right? But it was just like this. So I thought, well, someone could glue over this, decorate this, or maybe they want to write something here on this cool little chart, right? So I just thought that was cool, so I left it. And then here's the, let's see, while I'm organizing the pages for this one, the second one is the same size. I'll show you. Right here is the second one. See, it's got a cute, the colors are totally different, but very cute cover, front cover, back cover. Very cute, a little frog there having dinner with somebody. So super cute. And then let's see, here's the pages from that first book, and the copyright is 1973. And let's see if this one's the same. I kept the pages together here. They're all in order in case I need to do something with them, but I don't know what I'm going to do with the pages yet. Oh, where is that one? I don't know, but it should be the same age. Weird. I don't know where that one is. Okay, so where I am at is I have 2 stacks of pages here, and I actually made myself a little list of the type of pages I put in here. So if I want to do more after these, if I find more books that I want to do make into glue books, I wanted to remember the pages that I put in here. So I made myself a little list of glue book pages, and this is a list of all the books I used and things I used to make the pages. I used Atlas index pages. I guess I could go through them real quick to show you what they look like, because these are all pages you're supposed to be able to like glue on and collage on, or use whatever. It's a glue book, so technically you could use it for anything, but a glue book is a book that you are going to glue things onto the pages. So the point is to put pages in there that you're not afraid to glue over, you know what I mean, and cover up pretty pages. So here's the Atlas. Let me just go through Atlas index pages. Yeah, I love these anyway. If you watched my last few videos, you've seen me using these. So, and then they're the perfect size when I did it like that. And then the next one was Atlas miscellaneous pages. If you've ever had one of those big atlases, they have the beautiful map pages. They have a lot of index pages, and then they have kind of like what I'm calling miscellaneous pages. So like this, it's not necessarily a big map page, but it's just information and things like that about, well, this one says geology of the world. So pages like that, 3 of each. I'm doing 3 signatures, so I did 3 of each type of page I'm putting in. So there's the index, Atlas index. These are the Atlas miscellaneous. Next was large sketchbook. I have a very large sketchbook, the only one I've ever found, but it really is great, and these are awesome texture and feel, very thick kind of sketchbook paper, and so perfect for this size of a book, right? A little bit bigger, where it's not like you need some bigger paper. This is some other bigger paper that I had found at the thrift store, and I had several packages of it, but I only bought one because I wasn't sure. And so these are actually perfect, for this. So they're like fun pages. You can glue on different pages, different textures. The 3 of those. Then these are calendar pages. Some of them are used, some of them are not used. So you can glue all over these, and these are thick calendar pages. There's 3 of those. This is actually was this the cover? Oh, I think this was the back cover of the calendar. This has lines on it here, so fun to glue on. And then next was large music. I have some large, what I call large, like bigger than normal music book. I have used some of those. And then I just pulled out my regular music books, because they come out in the music books that I have there, or that I looked at today. They're coming out in signature, so they're easy to cut to fit this because they're like this in a signature. They were easy to cut to fit this journal. And then I wanted to put some scrapbook paper in here, so I grabbed some scrapbook paper, and it's paper I wouldn't necessarily use in my journals because it's bigger. It was a bigger picture, see, out on the beach. And so I thought, well, perfect for a glue book. They can either leave it like this, if you like that, or glue on it. And then there's some white surface here too to glue on. So there's a cruise ship and airplane on these 3. And then the next 3 are wallpaper pages. This one I'm going to probably make a fold out. I didn't want to cut it off. I mean, I could change my mind, but 3 wallpaper pages. So these aren't necessarily wallpapers that I would put, like super flowery or anything, but pages that you would not be afraid to glue on type of thing. And then you have the nice, how wallpaper has, like, this is more maybe of a slick side, and then they have the more kind of matte side here that's, fun, different textures, like I was saying. Next is some sewing book. Did I write this one down? Alaska, large music, scrapbook paper, wallpaper. Oh yeah, I did. Sewing book. So here's sewing book. I didn't cut these down. These are what we're going to work on today. I mean, right now during this video. So I need to get going. These are the ones that are ready to go. I already cut them down. And also sewing book, and the last one is magazine. So I need to cut these down too. These are some magazine pages. And, oh, I didn't write this one down yet. I need to put this on my list. This is, let's see here. This is magazine. Okay, this is my other stack, I think. I'm getting my stacks mixed up. This is for the other book. That's what it is. Okay. All right. So what I was going to do during this video is, first of all, just do what we have time for. So these are ready. Put these to the side. Here's the cover, which I showed you, and I showed you the other cover. This is all the scraps from this particular one, you know. Well, no, this is from both of them, so maybe I'll divide these in half. That's right, I'm making pages for both. So these are all the scraps so far. I'm keeping in a pile here. So I thought I'd send these along with these glue books so that they can be, you know, if somebody didn't want them, they could throw them away. But if they did want to use them and they're collaging and gluing, there you go. You have a bunch of fun, all different types of scraps, like the pages, you know, like the pages. So these, let's see, these I just have to cut down. So I really want to show you these, what I'm doing with these. I really like these pages. They're, you know, kind of miscellaneous pages from a sewing book. But they came out like this, which is good, but they kind of came out with not solid here on the, where they join here in the middle. So I said, well, either I'm not going to use them or I'm going to have to strengthen that. So let me get my book. First of all, let's cut them down. I've been cutting them down. My paper cutter here will cut 3 at a time. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut them down. And then we can, I'm going to put a little support there in the middle of these pages so that they're ready to go. And I can still use them, you know, and not have to worry about them coming apart or anything. So, yeah, these have a 2.5-inch spine, or this one does. I don't know if the other one, I don't know if I'll do the other one the same or not. I mean, I'm kind of like doing the pages like I'm going to do them the same, but I was wondering what maybe I should try a smaller one, you know, like this is a bigger one, 2.5 inches, 3 signatures. What if I try a smaller one with only 2 signatures, you know? I don't know. I'm thinking about that. Or, you know, because what if somebody doesn't want one this big? What if somebody wants a smaller one, is what I'm thinking. What if someone just wants a little starter glue book, you know, doesn't want a major thing like this? This is kind of major to me, you know, a lot to handle. So, you know, I think that might be a good idea. I'm seriously thinking about making the next one, maybe 2 signatures instead of 3. And then I could make another one if I come across another book I want to make into a glue book. I could even try 1 signature, you know. So I don't know. That's what I'm thinking about. Okay, so we got our size, and so I'm going to. I thought I'd just use my scraps here to strengthen these. So, you know, super easy to do, but it is something else to do. Like the other pages are good to go. I cut them down and boom, they're ready to go. But these take a little bit more work when you want to strengthen something. So let's see which ones I will use here. This one is kind of plain and thin, so this would be perfect to add a little strength here in the middle, I think. So let's just, I don't think I need it on both sides, really, just one side. So I'm just going to cut this. Oh, I need 3 of them, though, so let me cut 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, these are just scraps, you know, that I was putting in my scrap pile here. Nothing fancy. You can use whatever. If you want to use some pretty paper, you can. You know, scrapbook paper. You could use washi tape, or you could even just use masking tape. Something like that. Pretty washi. Whatever it is, I would probably glue it down no matter what it is, even if it was masking tape. Just use a little glue under it so it doesn't come up nice and strong. Okay, so I'm just cutting those little ends off there. I don't know if you can see my paper cutter, can you? Yeah, you can a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I raised my camera up a little bit because this book is bigger and it was like kind of big in the screen. So, okay, one at a time. I'm just going to glue these down with some art glitter glue. So yeah, if I'm like, this is not, you know, I'm not doing this on video start to finish, but if you have any questions about anything, let me know, and maybe I'll show it on the next one, or just do a special video just for that, to answer that question. And if you ever ask me to show something and I don't, like I don't come back and say anything about it, or I say in a comment, oh yeah, I'll do a video on that or something, and I don't do it, just remind me. Like I'm good at remembering things, but I'm so busy that I could, you know, forget, or just like think I'm going to remember it and then I forget, you know, just because I'm so busy. You know, I do work full time, so, you know, it gets a little busy doing all the things I do. So, all right, so I'm just putting this right here, right in the middle of that, you know, where the 2 pages meet. And there you go. So you don't even really notice it. It's the same color on this one. That's not my goal, for it not to be noticed. I just wanted to strengthen it. And, you know, it's something that, like I said, you're going to be gluing over this page anyway. So you don't have to have anything fancy there. Maybe that's going to be glued over later. And when you fold it now, let's see, let me get it to where the fold is. And fold it evenly here. And square it off. There we go. Okay, so see, it doesn't really need both sides. That would almost be too thick. I mean, you can do both sides if you want to, but you don't really have to. It's going over the bottom of my page just a tiny bit. I don't have to cut that off, but I'm going to see if I can make it even here. There we go. Okay, that looks good. So that's, you know, a way to strengthen your pages. Nice and strong there. You don't see any holes now, and I feel good about it. So these are going to be sewn in 3 signatures, and just do a 5 pamphlet stitch. So it's going to be nice and sturdy all the way around. Okay, so let's put some more glitter glue on here. And yeah, so this is a fun little project. If you want to make a glue book, it's pretty easy. You know, I mean, you can get fancier with it and put pockets in. I'm just doing these kind of like a basic glue book so that they can just be glued in, and then whoever gets them, if they want to decorate them or add pockets or anything. Now I do have some envelopes, which I'll show you before this video is over, that I want to add. A couple envelopes, and I might add a pocket on the back page so that you have a place when you are, you know, whoever gets this, and you don't have time right away to put your things in. Say you're cutting out magazine images or collecting things to glue in, and you just want to put them to the side. You can actually just stick them in one of the pockets or envelopes, and then when you get time, you can go and do your gluing, you know. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try to have an envelope. I'll show you a cool little pocket thing, and then a pocket in the back. So I think that's a lot, and then, you know, good size so they can fit some, you know, quite a bit of stuff in. So different size papers too. There'll be different size pockets, so you can put different size papers and things, clippings, whatever, in. And I'm going to send some scraps along, and then I'm going to look around for other things that might be, I think might be fun to glue down. Like, for instance, let's see, where's my papers? Like, yeah, sewing pattern tissue paper. You know, the paper and the tissue type of thing. I'll send some of that along. And I actually have some magazine clippings that I have clipped out and I haven't used. So I might even send some of those along, you know, at particular specific things, like a little kit that can, maybe you've never, you know, you want to try a glue book, but you never, you know, and you think it would be fun, but you've never done it and you don't maybe know exactly where to start. So it'll be a little kit that, you know, can get you started, and then you can be like, then that'll give you ideas about where to go from there, you know, and then you'll be like on your way, you know, like, oh, okay, yeah, I've got some magazine clippings. I've got some whatever, different things that I like to glue in here. Papers. Okay. There you go. See how nice that looks now? I mean, it looked nice before, but now it's strong. I don't have to worry about it coming apart. So that's those 3. And those are cut down. Let's see, what else did I have to cut down here? I'm getting my piles mixed up a little bit here. Let me see. Okay, let me show you the envelopes. Let's see if I have them all. Yeah, I was going to stick a couple cards in there so that they can be glued on. This one's actually used card, and so like you can collage and glue on that. And this one's a little bit bigger, but I think they'll both fit in here. Yeah, they'll both fit in one of the signatures, and that can be glued on. This one's never been used. They're just cards I wouldn't put in my normal journals, but I think they'd be fun to glue on. And then I have these 2 envelopes. They're nice craft colored envelopes, which I thought would be fun to glue on too. And then you can store stuff. You know, they're kind of a large envelope. You can store things in there. And then these 2 I'm going to try to put in here. I'm going to put a little hinge here and add another piece of paper over here so that these can be put in, sewn into the signatures. And maybe we'll do that on video. Maybe I'll do another video if I run out of time on this one, where I make these into pages so you can see how I do that. And for this one, let me see if I was just going to finish cutting down my pages. So these are, let's see, these are the sewing pages we just did. And let me put my pin, I sell these pins for the art glitter glue in case you need one, but I had one in here that I made last for, I mean, I let it last forever. I didn't lose it. I lasted forever. And then last night I was putting it in there, I went, and I bent it. And like, once you bend these, it's like, you can't get them in, you can't unbend them and get them straight again. So it's like, okay, I guess I'm going to have to get a new pin. And but I sell them in my shop, so I have them, you know what I mean? So it's like, but it's so nice to have a new pin, isn't it? So got a nice clean new pin there. It's nice. It slides right in. The other one must have had some gunk on it because it was a little hard to get in and out, but it went in just fine. If it didn't bend, it would have been fine. So these are from, I don't think I showed you these. I might be using these. I got to count my pages and see where I'm at. But these are from a Helen Steiner Rice book. They're the perfect width. See this? They're the perfect width. I just have to cut the length a little. So I'm going to cut those. And then I'm going to cut down my magazine pages, which is 3 of those right here. 3, 4. I have 4. What is this from? Oh, this is another sewing page. Yeah, I have to cut 3 for the other book too. So that was just 3 for this book. So yeah, I still have a lot to cut down here. Let's do the magazine pages next. So I've just been kind of, these are nice and solid. I don't have to put a hinge or anything. You know, a little support in the middle. I don't have to do that to these. Oh, I think I was going to do it to one of them though. This one has a little bit of a hole in the middle right there. Yeah, I might put a hinge on that one. It probably could get away without it, but see, these are solid. These came out solid, no problem. So let's cut them down real quick. And my time is just clicking away here. So I've just been going like this, matching it up to my book. I didn't make a template or anything. Just matching it up to my book cover. I like it to be down from the top, just barely a sliver, and a little bit out from the sides. So I'm doing that for the moment. Then when I actually put them into signatures, I'm going to see if they need to be, you know, tweaked a little bit. We'll see if they need to be tweaked, you know. So this way I'm able to cut 3 at a time like this. And, you know, it's just what I'm doing. You know, if you want to be more efficient, you could make a template. Let's see, those are good strips, and I might be able to use those for, let me put them over on my other pile here. These would be pretty little hinges, wouldn't they? If I needed a hinge, or you could use them for collage or whatever. So yeah, save those. And then the bottom, like I said, just a sliver from the top, sliver from the bottom, so about right about right. Let me get it right here. My technical way of measuring here. About right there. About right there. It works for me, so if you need to measure with a ruler or something, please do. But this works for me. Okay. Put these down. See, I'm not looking what's on the page. I'm not looking. I don't want to know because it might be something I don't want to cut off. So I'm going to save those. There's some pretty little scraps there. So those are ready to go. I'll put those in my done pile. And then I have these, which is the Helen Steiner Rice pages. Oh, some of these I might, let me see, are these solid? These are pretty solid. We'll see after I cut them down if I need to, but if I need to strengthen any, but the width on these was perfect. That's when I saw it. When I saw the book, I was like, oh yeah, I have to use that if they come out in signatures. Some of them I did get out of a couple books where I thought, oh, those would be perfect, but then the pages weren't coming out in signatures. They were just coming out in single pages. So, and you can use single pages and then hinge them together or sew them together. I was just going for some pages though that didn't need to be. Let me see, I want to make sure I'm aware of where I think that was backwards. I don't want to cut off the wrong thing here. Even though I'm not cutting off width, I just want to be careful because I've already got this out. I've got my book that I took it out and put away already. Trying to keep things organized as I go along here so I don't have a big mess when I'm done, which can happen very easily. And usually does. I got a big enough mess here with what I have out, so if I put the books away when I'm done getting pages out of them, that helps me to keep things organized. So, let's see. Yep, that looks good. That's 3 there. So I'll put these in this pile, and then I'll do, let's see, I had 3 more. Where's the other 3? Here they are, for the other book. And it's pretty cool to be doing 3 the same. The books are the same size, so I can just use this one book for my measurement and know that it's good for both books. So about right there. And that was a tiny sliver. Okay. So I know this was kind of a quick overview here of what I'm doing. But if you have any questions, let me know, like I said, and I'll come back and show you in more specific detail. But that is good to go. So that goes in my other pile of pages, which is over here. So I have a few more to cut down for the magazine, and these are good to go. So I'm going to end it there and go ahead. I don't think you need to watch me cut anymore. And I might come back and show you how I do. Maybe it might be a shorter video and show you how I make these into pages so they can be sewn into signatures. Yeah, I only need 2 for 2 books. So I'll be back with that. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Happy crafting.